I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody it's the we all know this. You should. Stop telling me what to do. You go do it. You want to support stuff that the government should stay out of? You go do it. No one's stopping you from paying more taxes. I've got.
Tim Allen, the comedian Hollywood can't cancel, is back in the spotlight, and he's not holding back. Known for calling out the industry's double standards, Allen has made a career out of challenging woke narratives with sharp wit and unapologetic honesty. In today's video, we break down his latest move, the backlash it sparked, and why it's shaking up the entertainment world once again. Tim Allen isn't new to stirring the pot. He's the guy who drops a bold tweet, kicks back, and watches the outrage unfold. He's done it before, and he'll do it again. But this time, his latest tweet struck a nerve, and now everyone's talking.
I mean,
and they want him canceled, right?
No, it's so ridiculous. I mean, first of all, he wants to know what the face of woke look like, and here's what I picture. These trolls that hide behind their computer or their screens and their laptops and their keyboards, because those are the people that complain the most, those whose faces we do not see.
Yeah.
So, Tim Allen, that is your answer.
Yeah.
You're looking at trolls.
The backlash was instant. One tweet, and the Twitter mobs went into meltdown mode. They couldn't handle Tim Allen calling them out. The cancel calls came fast, but let's be honest, Tim's never been the type to fold under pressure or let the woke crowd script his voice.
It's actually disturbing on a fundamental level. It's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me, go ahead. I mean, I can't.
But that tweet was just the tip of the iceberg. Woke Hollywood's been losing it over Tim for years. He's been poking the bear, and let's just say he's gotten real good at it. Just look at that now infamous Disneyland trip.
I'm not a toy. You are a toy. Oh. And nobody does it better than, wait a minute, Slinky's coming this way. Look out, look out. I know him. Done movies with him, Slinky.
While strolling through the park, Tim overheard a 13-year-old questioning if he was pansexual because, get this, he likes skillets. Classic Tim couldn't help but comment, and like clockwork, the backlash hit hard. The woke crowd cried insensitivity, but here's the truth. Hollywood can't stand Tim Allen because he asks the questions they're too scared to touch. So the real question is, why does he keep getting under their skin?
I miss stand-up so much, and then every time I think about it, going drive-in movie theaters, whatever they're trying to do, when's the next time you're going to want to go into a closed space with other people right next to you going,
Yeah.
You might as well just lick people's eyes.
They've thrown everything at him. Petitions, smear pieces, full-blown cancel campaigns. But Tim Allen, he doesn't play by Hollywood's rules. Just look back at when ABC pulled Last Man Standing. In case you missed it, it was one of their highest-rated shows, second only to Modern Family. And yet, they dropped it. Why? Because Tim had the nerve to play a likable conservative on mainstream TV. That's all it took.
Talk about Last Man Standing. Congrats on this.
No, thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air.
Yeah,
We all thought we were at the
that?
top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was dropped.
It ranked just behind Modern Family, pulling in millions of viewers. Yet ABC axed it without a second thought. Why? Because Tim Allen committed the ultimate Hollywood offense, playing a relatable conservative on primetime television.
Michelle had a party and she didn't invite us.
So we dodged a bullet.
No, but I have known Michelle for years. When Eve was born, I almost named her Michelle until I realized that was the name of your college girlfriend.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader.
All right, stop. You know what?
In Hollywood, that's the ultimate taboo. As Tim Allen put it himself, there's nothing more dangerous these days than a funny, likable conservative. And he didn't tiptoe around it.
To the presidential inauguration.
I was invited by, we did a VIP thing for the vets and went to the Veterans Ball, and so I went to go see Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I went to the inauguration.
I'm not attacking you.
You get this down. I'm not kidding. You got to be real careful around here. You get beat up. If you don't believe what everybody believes, it's 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I might have a problem with that. I'm a comedian. I like going on both sides.
Yeah.
This government does stuff big. I've never been to anything like that.
Tim didn't even try to hide it. His politics were the issue, plain and simple. But instead of backing down, he called it out. Here's where it gets interesting. ABC may have tried to silence him, but Fox stepped in, picked up Last Man Standing, and gave Tim a whole new platform. So while Hollywood tried to cancel him, Tim Allen walked away with the win.
Hey everybody, welcome to season 7 of All right, here we go. Good, quietly, folks. All right, here we go from the top.
And then there's his new show, The Santa Clauses, on Disney+. The fact that Disney brought him back says it all. Tim Allen isn't going anywhere. They might try to tone him down, but even Hollywood knows he's got a loyal fan base too big to cancel.
Let's go!
You really are Santa Claus.
Pretty cool, huh? On our way.
Bye, Mom!
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. When I wake up, I'm getting a CAT scan!
Now this is where things really heat up. In The Santa Clauses, Tim's character cracks a simple joke about saying Merry Christmas, only to realize suddenly that it's a problem. One line in the woke Twitterverse lost its mind. Some called it offensive, others claimed it was politically divisive. But come on, it's The Santa Clauses, a Christmas show. A joke about Christmas shouldn't be shocking. It should be expected.
Peyton's on the show, but I'm dressed as Santa Claus. So he's doing the same look to me. He's going, oh, look at you. And I go, no, man, I'm a fan, but I'm under 7 feet of makeup. And I was like a kid, because he's really good.
But the outrage? Oh, it was real. Podcaster and filmmaker Scott Weinberg lit the match, tweeting out the line, and the internet went wild. Suddenly, Tim was being dragged for, get this, bringing right-wing politics into Christmas. But here's the darker truth. It's not just online mobs he's up against. The entire Hollywood machine is designed to silence voices like his. Or as Tim puts it himself, the thought police are everywhere.
What I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Tim's been vocal about how political correctness has reshaped comedy, and not for the better. He says it's harder than ever for comedians to take risks without someone taking offense, and he doesn't pretend it doesn't affect him. Tim grew up in the golden era of boundary-pushing legends like Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, comics who weren't afraid to ruffle feathers or make people uncomfortable. That's the tradition he comes from, and it's the one he refuses to let die.
You know, Tim, you and I both started stand-up comedy in the 80s.
And Leno says hi, by the way.
Oh, Jay Leno, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And still, you're still doing it, right?
44 cities just finished.
See what I mean by the hardest working man?
These days, every joke's under the microscope, every word dissected. For comedians like Tim, it's a total minefield. He even joked on The View that he'd probably get canceled just for repeating the kind of language his own parents used growing up. It was funny, but also kind of chilling, because he wasn't wrong.
Do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words that really got from my parents.
Yeah.
You know, they said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians, but my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was going to say, if I do some stuff. The women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government and who's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They always argued about that over vodka.
Allen hasn't backed down. In fact, he's doubled down. He refuses to live in fear of being canceled, choosing backlash over losing his integrity. That fearless attitude? It's exactly why Hollywood can't get rid of him, no matter how hard they try. When ABC axed Last Man Standing, Fox picked it up without hesitation. Even when Disney replaced him as Buzz Lightyear, he didn't flinch. Now he's back on Disney Plus with the Santa Clauses, still delivering the kind of lines that stir outrage, and proving he's not going anywhere. And let's not forget, his stance on cancel culture, as bold as ever.
That's good.
Tim Allen refuses to cave to cancel culture. In one interview, he admitted he feels the pressure, but made it clear he won't change his comedy just to keep people happy. He compared cancel culture to high school, where everyone's waiting to pounce on the smallest slip-up, calling it completely ridiculous. Tim even joked that using words his parents once did might get him canceled today. While other comedians stay silent, afraid to tell a joke, Tim keeps going. Angry mobs, blacklists, Hollywood backlash, he doesn't flinch. By staying true to himself, Tim Allen has done what few in Hollywood can, beat cancel culture at its own game. So what do you think? Is cancel culture overreacting to Tim Allen, or is the heat he's getting justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out this next video if you're ready for more unapologetic truth.